welcome to Bihar Nama. I'm Pooja Talwar. I'm here in Patna. We know Bihar is gearing up for a magnum opus, the elections. And with me is somebody who wears many hats. He's an actor, he's a filmmaker, he's a singer, he's a writer, he's a TV host, and I can tell you he can outperform any of the political players contesting these elections. Let's find out who is this person. Hello, Shekhar.
Hi, Pooja. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. Whenever there is a great introduction, you suddenly start feeling very responsible. So I'm like feeling like a very responsible citizen of Bihar. Now ask me any question that
And you are also one of the most famous non-resident Biharis, if I can say, who's back
Once a Bihari, always a Bihari. So I've never called myself a non-resident Bihari. I'm a resident Bihari. I'm a non-resident Bombayite.
So it's Ghar Wapsi for you. So you're in flashback mode?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's both happy memories and also very painful to think about that, because that's the best part of your life.
So what changes do you see in the city that you grew up in?
See, the best part about Patna and Bihar is nothing has changed. You can take it either way. When you say nothing has changed, when you say it for a person, I think it sounds very positive. But when you talk about cities and when you talk about states and when you talk about your country and I say nothing has changed, you're saying that, tongue in cheek, and you could be sarcastic about the fact that nothing has changed because, I left the Patna just the way it was, as you can see right now, and it just has remained there as though it's stuck in a time warp. So nothing has changed. The roads are still the same. I mean, the potholes, I can recognize the potholes, which I left there. I mean, I counted them 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one was northwest, one was southeast, and they're still there. I can go on my knees and I count where I used to playing on the roads. They're all still there.
Intact.
We have preserved the social and the cultural heritage.
The political fabric.
Yes.
Do you think, I mean, also new players coming in, old players still there.
Yes.
So what would you like to tell them?
The fact that you are referring to them as players. Now, players has a very evil connotation, as you know.
Sorry.
He's quite a player. So I think, you cannot be a player. You cannot be a politician. You have to think about the welfare of the state. You have to think beyond yourself, beyond your supremacy, beyond your reign, beyond your throne. So I would say that, the Patna that was, if given the choice, if someone who thought about this state continuously, who had the political will, would have taken it ahead by leaps and bounds, considering that this has been the seat of education. This is where all the intellectuals came from. Why has this state crumbled vis-a-vis as when I go to other states and I see, the basic amenities I'm talking about. The progress that we thought that would happen and we had envisaged has obviously not taken place. So it has been one step forward and couple of steps backward. So I feel pained when I come here, because for me, the changes that I wanted to see in terms of, as I said, basic amenities and education and law and order and anything that I thought has not taken place, So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that with this election, probably the right government would come and take this state forward.
And also, I mean, as I said, your father was a doctor, and we've heard that people used to stand outside waiting to get treated by him. But they say any student from Bihar is ABC and they thought UPSC. So how come you became an actor?
I don't know. As I keep telling everybody, it's like a genetic aberration. It's like a suppressed genes of any of my forefathers probably who wanted to be an actor, and probably could never fulfill his dreams. So you can see that nothing in the last 2,500 years, the city that was founded, known as Patliputra by Ajatashatru, and then the Chandragupta Maurya dynasty and the Gupta dynasty, the Nanda dynasty, and nothing has changed. I mean, if he had to come here, Chandragupta Maurya, he will see that things are just the same as he had left it years ago. तो आप देख लीजिए कि बुद्ध भगवान जो है वो नहीं देखना चाहते सच्चाई को, हकीकत को नहीं देखना चाहते. शायद वो इधर रहते, इधर की तरफ मुंह करके रहते तो उनको निर्वाण कभी नहीं मिलता, या शायद मिल जाता, जल्दी मिल जाता, जैसे हम लोगों को निर्माण मिल चुका है सब देख के। तो एक्ट ऑफ एनलाइटनमेंट जो है वो उनको तभी मिला जब उन्होंने अपना मुंह फेर लिया। इसी एनलाइटनमेंट के लिए बहुत सारे हमारे जो पॉलिटिकल नेता हैं भी, उनका भी ये रवैया ये है, जो हो रहा है उससे मुंह फेर लो, उधर सब अच्छा अच्छा दिखेगा।
We are at the sprawling Gandhi Maidan where history has unfolded.
Absolutely.
Gandhiji's Quit India movement, JP's call for revolution, total revolution, and also every political leader does come here and hold stage. And you know, Bihar gave rise to political thoughts and ideas. Where do you think the Bihar story changed?
Has it? My big question is, has the story changed, or you know, there's a if you can focus at the revolving restaurant out there. This is the only revolving restaurant which is obviously symbolic of the progress in Bihar. But look at it very closely. Bihar's progress has been like the revolving restaurant. Actually, it has been moving on its axis at one place only for years now, and trying to make us believe that we are progressing. But think of it, it's at one place just going round and round, and the illusion has been created that it is moving forward. So that's the tragedy of Bihar, that is going round in circles, it's in a loop, and nobody's ever tried to get it out of that dilapidated system, political system, and push it forward. Gandhi Maidan has remained the same, and if you can just focus, it's as dirty as ever. Nobody has even bothered to clean it up or spruce it up or bring about any changes just to justify that it's Gandhi Maidan. Yes, there are a couple of Gandhi statues out here definitely to say that this is Gandhi Maidan, as if these statues were not there, we'd probably call it by some other name.
And also, as you said, no effort made to clean up the space, but now the political the leaders and the parties want to clean up Bihar politics. Or
haven't they cleaned it up already? They have cleaned it nice and dry. There's nothing left in Bihar because they have cleaned it all up. I mean, this has been an ongoing process for a very long time. This has been a subject of political debate for so many years. Since time immemorial, we have sat on television channels, we have debated about the politics. There are people there, right from, as I said, Krishna Singh to right up till Nitish Kumar. There have been so many chief ministers that have come. There have been presidential rules so many times. It has seen students unrest, and but what exactly has changed? I mean, when you talk about the state changing, as I said, basically everything around you and also the mindset has to change. I mean, we're talking about cosmetic changes. Even the name of cosmetic changes, what do we have? Whole education system has fallen apart. I mean, the teachers and the professors and the lecturers, they have not been given a salary for years. So they all a very frustrated lot. The state of electricity improved a little and then went back to being what it was. I mean, 8 hours of electricity or 10 hours of electricity. The growth rate has fallen now from 14% to 8%. So what are we talking about? So it's in a sorry state of affairs, and but we are, as we say, we always have this thing called hope.
What does Bihari Asmita or
these are all political jargons. You have to understand, and people, and that's why probably the politicians have made sure that people stay illiterate to be able to see the subtext and read between the read between the lines and read the finer print. So what is Bihari Asmita? Aren't we all for Bihari Asmita?
What is Bihariyat for you?
Bihariyat for me is, as I said, I've been talking about it. Bihariyat for me is the glory of our tradition, the glory of our cultural heritage, the glory of, as I said, the fact that Bihar was the seat of all the great religions out here, and so all of that. I mean, when you look at being a Bihari, the image of Bihari had taken a lot of beating when. Biharis are not educated, Biharis are boorish, Biharis are this and Biharis are that. So for me, I would take pride in the fact that I'm a Bihari, because then when you say you are a Bihari, you're obviously saying you're coming from a land of Buddha and Mahavir, and you are educated, and you have your very strong individualistic political social viewpoints and stuff like that. So all of that has taken a beating.
You have alliances. What do you think each one is bringing? There is the Prime Minister, there is Nitish Kumar, there is Lalu, there's Jiten Mahaji who's now come. What do you think each one?
I think what we need to understand, that this state needs nothing but development and progress. you know, each one of them getting the ideology. There's so many ideologies and they're all sort of, they're so myopic that they end up being this way or that way, and they become very casteist in its nature. Though, you know, on the face of it, it may just seem that it's very developmental, but it is not.
It's the poster warfare.
It is the poster warfare. This for the first time I'm saying, I mean, Shah Rukh Khan will feel frustrated. Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan will feel frustrated when they come here. I mean, such huge posters you have never seen of even film stars. They can't even think of, you know, just see this poster that you can see is larger than life. These posters, and it's a poster warfare because they have been talking through the posters. Somebody said, I'm going to do this, and the next poster comes off, the opponent says, really, you're going to do this? You know, that's a big bluff, and then the answer comes again through a bigger poster, and then the bigger poster, and then the bigger poster. So if you take the camera around the city, all you would see the posters of Nitish Kumar and Lalu ji and Modi ji.
Right.
ये आप सबसे बढ़िया आप देखें यहाँ पर, अब मैं ढूंढ ही रहा था, ये देखिए, ये अखबार यहीं पड़ा हुआ था, हमने कोई प्लांट नहीं किया, ये यहीं पर बहुत सारे अखबार और प्लास्टिक, उसमें देखिए बिहार की ये न्यूज़ देखिए आप, बिना सूचना के शिक्षक रहते हैं फरार। थोड़ा है, बहुत की ज़रूरत है, थोड़ा है, बहुत की ज़रूरत। ये फटा हुआ एक है, इसमें भी कितना सारा न्यूज़ जो है वो निकल आया।
Also between बढ़ चला बिहार, बिहार बढ़ रहा है, आपने कहा बढ़ नहीं रहा है, and परिवर्तन, what does Bihar need?
Bihar needs that parivartan, of course. When every state needs, this country needs parivartan, human beings need parivartan. Parivartan, change is the only constant, as they say. We need to change, we need to move ahead. Cleanliness, I mean, there is no civic sense. People, you know, are throwing garbage in the middle of the road and nobody is removing it. I asked somebody, then how do people travel? He said, बहुत simple है, या तो लेफ्ट ले लेते हैं या राइट ले लेते हैं, निकल जाते हैं। कूड़ा वही रहता है, कूड़ा कौन हटाएगा? कूड़ा बुरा मान गया तो कूड़ा को वहीं छोड़ देते हैं।
Lastly, I mean, people in Bihar are very politically aware, extremely aware.
वो पैदा होते ही सबके पॉलिटिकल व्यू पॉइंट्स होते हैं। या वो कहते हैं कि बच्चों का जब अस्पताल में भेजते हैं दूसरी जगह तो कहते हैं 2 बूंद पोलियो के, यहाँ कहते हैं डॉक्टर साहब 2 बूंद पॉलिटिक्स वगैरह लगा। खिला यार, शहर के चौक में खड़े जो भी मिल जाएगा खा लेंगे।
And also, Shekhar, the political scene is nothing less than a blockbuster. What does each one of the star players bring to the fore?
It's almost like, you know, this pav bhaji. There's so many vegetables into each other, so it become a complete mess. This is a political pav bhaji that is happening. Now you have to see whether it tastes nice, whether it has retained its taste or not. So this whole multi-star, which is the political pav bhaji that is happening. So now people have to pick the right vegetable and eat the vegetable of their choice, because sometimes blockbusters can go wrong despite the biggest stars. जनता के दरबार में सब समान होते हैं।
सर एक्चुअली मैं बोलना ये चाहता हूँ कि अभी बिहार में कास्टिज्म की पॉलिटिक्स बहुत ज़्यादा हो रही है।
बहुत ज़्यादा।
हमें कास्टिज्म की पॉलिटिक्स नहीं चाहिए, हमें डेवलपमेंट चाहिए, हमें एम्प्लॉयमेंट चाहिए। हम नौजवान, हम युवा लोग कहाँ जाएंगे? हमें आरक्षण कुछ नहीं चाहिए, हमें बस डेवलपमेंट चाहिए। जिस दिन डेवलपमेंट की बात हुई, अगर हमारा इंडिया डेवलप हुआ तो कोई आरक्षण के पीछे नहीं भागेगा। अगर हमारे पास जॉब होगा तो
कितनी बड़ी, भले इसके बात के लिए ताली बजाइए कि इस देश को या किसी राज्य को आरक्षण की जरूरत नहीं है।